I want to shout out our very first member of the Calm Collective's exclusive membership, Keith Merritt. You can check him out at @Keith Merritt on YouTube. Keith is officially part of our Adventurers Collective, entrepreneurs, creators, and explorers. Our Facebook group is free and open for adventurers ready to connect. And for the leaders building brands, our website membership is a selective space designed for serious entrepreneurs. So, Keith, welcome to the journey. If you're ready to explore with us, start at the Calm Collective today.
Potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Racquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.
Don't call me motherfucking trying to talk to me, find out some shit, talk about some gossip. Don't call me with no bad news. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't calling me to uplift me, if you ain't calling me to I'm not 911, I'm not in the mood. Don't call me unless there's some love on the other end of the phone. Matter of fact, I'm working. I don't want nobody to call me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do them. And
oh my goodness. So today's episode was grand. It was just grand. And for today, we unboxed this amazing book, The 4 Agreements, and I shared the 4 agreements with you. So please watch to learn about those. Very, very important. I also unwrapped my Ferrero Rocher chocolate with nut in the middle. Delicious. And we had one. And I also unwrapped this Welch's non-alcoholic sparkling grape juice. And as you can see, I just poured me another glass. So that's what we did today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Let me know your thoughts. I love to open new packages. There will be the latest information on the top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me from Coach Racquel, and it is a passion project for me, so I am so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Oh my gosh, I just love the music. Don't you love the music? I think it's just so happy. It just it puts me in such a joyous mood. And welcome to today's podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. And we're still here. I am so proud of myself. I really, really, truly am, because I wasn't quite sure if I'd make it, if I was going to start and then, lose interest or start feeling nervous and scared and feeling like, you know what, this is not good enough. I'm not doing well enough. Maybe I'm not for this. So many things sometimes goes through the mind that can be so debilitating, so distracting, and also very disencouraging, if there's such a term. Not encouraging at all, make you feel like, you know what, this is not from here, this is for somebody else. But I have a voice, I have something to say, and I have stuff I want to share with you, and I hope you're seeing me properly. I hope my light is good today. But here we are, we're still here, and I just want to say thank you so much for staying with me, for watching, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing. And I hope that you continue to do so. Thank you. Amazing. I wasn't sure about this today. I look so clothed. But being clothed is good. being covered is good. It's a good thing, and I think it's a sexy thing too. So anyway, let's get on with this. So welcome back to the podcast. Refresh, relax, renew. Here we are. So let's go. Of course, the first thing we're going to talk about, well, just to let you know that today's haul is going to be kind of small, which is okay. It's okay. It won't always be a big haul, but I'm very excited about it. And also, I have interesting stories that I want to talk about. So let's get into it.
Hey, curious minds, ready to unbox your next big find? Every episode of Unbox Solutions with me dives deep into Amazon gems, smart hacks, and surprising solutions you might not know existed. From combat boots to kitchen gadgets, we unbox them all, up close, unfiltered, and just for you. Tag along as we refresh, relax, and renew your everyday routine, one product at a time. Catch new episodes every Tuesday on YouTube at My Coach Ministry. Hit subscribe, smash that bell, and never miss a reveal.
Oh, sorry. Now, in this box are copies of my book. I'm an author 3 times over. I've written 3 books. And I have some other books that I've written but just have not published. So let me say I've published 3 books. You have to hear that. Yes. Baby! Ta-da! These are my books, baby. My books. Prayers by me. Prayers. I hope you get a copy. I think I've gotten good feedback. So if you ever feel like you'd like to have some good positive prayers that you can pray, this book has some of those. So you can get some. Let me put this right here. No matter how high up I go, it doesn't seem, I can't see it in the camera. That's what I want. Okay, so let's read one of the prayers here. Okay. All right. So this one is prayer for my business venture, right? That says, bless my business ventures. Lord, thank you for your divine planning and designing of my life. Thank you for my purpose and for your help in carrying out that purpose. Lord, I pray that you rid my home of everything that causes discomfort. Lord, I pray that you bless my businesses. Lord, please, I'm asking you to establish me as a profitable brand divided among 8 portions, that there will be abundance in all seasons of my life. Today, I affirm that I am purpose-driven, productive, and profitable. I will conquer my fears, do my work, and trust you, Father, with my outcomes. Thank you for answering my prayers with favor. I called 2 or 3 things that I'm pretty much kind of unwrapping today. And the first thing I'm unboxing or I'm unpacking or unwrapping is this book that I bought. The 4 Agreements. I've already purchased the book in Kindle, but I realized that, you know what? This is a book I want. I don't like Prime. This is a book that I wanted. Oh God, I love the smell of books. Yeah, this is a book I wanted to have a physical copy of. I want to have it. I want to be able to mark in it. I want to be able to highlight things. I want to feel it. I want to feel it when I'm reading it. I want to touch it. I want to go through it how I want to go through it. And I realized that's what I wanted. It's cute. So that's why I decided to do it, to purchase this book. And there are a couple of books that I feel like want to purchase. Like this is a dream I have, right? I have a dream that I would like my husband, when we meet, to build me a tree library inside. It's one of the reasons I haven't bought as many books as I want, because I feel like I don't have the place for it. But one of these days, oh my gosh, I'm going to have the best outdoor design library possible. A tree designed with plants and stuff. Just this. I want it to look like. I want when I go into my library, I feel like I'm going down a track, and it's just books and and branches, books and branches. That's what I would like to have someday. Anyway, so this is the 4 Agreements. Yeah. By Don Miguel Ruiz. And I just want to share with you what the 4 agreements are. I'm not going to read the entire book. This is, I'm getting emotional. I can feel my eyes welling up with tears. Like, this book changed my life. It was one of those books that really, really changed my life because, how do I explain it? For so long, like, I feel like I was so conditioned that I would just do things without thinking, as though I had to do them. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't in awareness of the agreements I was making with myself by following blindly. And this was one of the books, because I have quite a number of them. One of the books that really, and as a matter of fact, when I first heard about the 4 agreements, it was like a PDF document that I got. I think it was like a workshop that I went to, and I got the PDF document. I went through it, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And I went and I read the book. You know what I mean? And he has also the 5th agreement. I also have that book, but it's on my Kindle. Powerful stuff. Like, I just think, so I just want to share them with you. The first agreement is be impeccable with your words. Let me just see if I can give you a synopsis of what that is on page 25. Be impeccable with your words, it says. It says the first agreement is to be impeccable with your word. It sounds very simple, but it is very, very powerful. Why your word? Your word is the power that you have to create. Your word is the gift that comes directly from God. The Gospel of John in the Bible, speaking of the creation of the universe, says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word is God. Through the word, you express your creative power. It is through the word that you manifest everything, regardless of what language you speak. Your intent manifests through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will all be manifested through the word. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Ruiz, for your book. And the next agreement, the second agreement, don't take anything personally. Oh my gosh. This is one of the best advice I've ever been given, because again, I was in this it's like I was on autopilot in life. It's like I was in autopilot. I was so conditioned that I was doing things. I was waking up in the morning because they said to wake up in the morning. I was doing 9 to 5 because I'm supposed to do a 9 to 5. I wanted to get a particular house in a particular way with particular furnitures because that's what they say. Why? What I had to learn is people are going to share their gifts. I have to first learn who I am so I can decipher what to take and what to leave. Anyway, the second agreement is don't take anything personally. The next 3 agreements are really born from the first agreement. The second agreement is don't take anything personally. Whatever happens around you, don't take it personally. Using an earlier example, if I see you on the street and I say, hey, you're so stupid, without knowing you, it's not about you, it's about me. If you take it personally, then perhaps you believe you are stupid. Maybe you think to yourself, how does he know? Is he clairvoyant? Or can everybody see how stupid I am? Wow. That's number 2. Let's move on to number 3, the third agreement, page 63. Wow. Powerful stuff. Take nothing personal, because to be honest, but when you really, really, really think about it, it isn't personal. It's just people expressing themselves. sometimes, for example, like even on Facebook, like I might post things and persons will draw to certain conclusions because they express it, I know, and they think I think a certain way, but sometimes the very thing I post was just something that ran through my mind. Sometimes I'll say something because I was watching a movie. Sometimes I'm crying about something that has nothing to do with me. It's just something that was evoked in me because I saw someone go through something, and I have thoughts about that thing that they went through. So it's not personal. It really is not, unless you're having a discussion with someone and you request for them to be personal with you. No, that of course is a whole different context. For example, if I say to you, can you please tell me what you think about this video? I'm still not going to necessarily take what you say personally, but I have a personal interest in your response. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So the third agreement, don't make assumptions. Oh, this is something I really, really try hard not to do. We have the tendency to make assumptions about everything. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We could swear they are real. We make assumptions about what others are doing or thinking. We take it personally. Then we blame them and react by sending emotional poison with our word. That is why whenever we make assumptions, we're asking for problems. We make assumptions, we misunderstand. We take it personally, and we end up creating a whole big drama for nothing. Nothing. That needs nothing more needs to be said. So the fourth agreement, page 75. Let's go to page 70. Wow, I love this book. I love this book so much. I love this book. Okay, now the fourth agreement. I didn't show you the others. Let me show you this one. The fourth agreement. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so grateful. I'm so humbled. Anyway, there is just one more agreement. There is just one more agreement, but it's the one that allows the other three to become deeply ingrained habits. The fourth agreement is about the action of the first three. Always do your best. This is what I always say. I always say to myself, when I used to struggle, and especially when I change that word, when I've had serious challenges, or when I get to a place, and even though I'm at such a place too, because I'm at a place with, will I ever get married? Will someone ever love me? Will my husband ever find me, or will I ever find him? And I feel so stuck in a way, in that I feel like there's nothing I can do. And I've always, whenever I come to this place, I always say to myself, have you done your best? Have you done your best? And if I am confident, and if I feel like I'm speaking the truth when I say I've done my best, then I'm okay with leaving the rest. I have this thing that I say, well, it's a voice in my head, and the voice in my head for me is my God, is my understanding of God. And I always have this voice in my head that speaks to me. And I remember one day the voice in my head said to me, Racquel, by the way, I'm not sharing my name on my, I'm Coach Racquel. Did I say it? Forgive me if I did not. But the voice in my head said to me, if it's bigger than you, it's because it is bigger than you. Which for me, the meaning was, it's now divine. Because if it's bigger than human, then it's now divine. So leave it in God's hands. It's divine. If it's bigger than me, then it is bigger than me. And also, it being bigger than me could also mean seek someone else who may be wiser, smarter, have more access to more resources. Seek help. Seek help. And I have to learn the difference between seeking help from a regular person, or if God is just saying this is in his hand. You know what I mean? So even in doing our best, it includes seeking help, not just trying to fix the thing ourselves, but also seek help. And if we feel like we've exhausted all all we have in our arsenal, all we have in our toolbox, all the resources we have access to, then that's enough. Anyway, I'm going to read the next thing he says here. He says, under any circumstances, let me go again from the top because I interrupted. There's just one more agreement, but it's the one that allows the other three to become deeply ingrained habits. The fourth agreement is about the action of the first three. Always do your best. Under the circumstances, always do your best. No more and no less. But keep in mind that your best is never going to be the same from one moment to the next. Everything is alive and changing all the time. So your best will sometimes be high quality and other times it will not be as good. When you wake up refreshed and energized in the morning, your best will be better than when you are tired at night. Your best will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick, or sober as opposed to drunk. Your best will depend on whether you are feeling wonderful and happy or upset, angry, or jealous. I say this: own your truth moment by moment. As this says, do your best, the best you can in the moment. And trust the universe for the rest. Okie dokie now. So we're finished with this one. So let's now go to the next one. Am I going to share that? Do I share? Okay. So the first thing I'm going to share with you is my Ferrero Rocher. Is that how it's pronounced? Ferrero Rocher. There we go. So I'm opening this package with you today. It's so cute. And I have with this, I shouldn't have left it so far. Okay, so let's put this. Okay, let's move this up here and plus here. Okay, so the next thing I'm opening is this baby. So I'm opening these two with you today. Yes. So let's open them up, have a bite, and have a sip. All right. So have a sip with me and a bite with me. Let's pull this. Oh, let's do this one first. Okay. Let's see how it goes. This is kind of wet. So. All right. How do we open this? All right. Here we go. There's a little thing right here to open it. Yeah. I hear that. I like to hear the sounds of unwrapping and unpacking. I love to hear the sound of unwrapping something. Ta-da! It's all over my hand now. It's stuck on there. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh. Oh, gosh. I smell nuts. I smell chocolate. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. Okay. So we're going to have one. This is already saying hello. It's already saying hello, so we're going to go with it. It was already saying hello. Hey. So, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Have you ever had this chocolate before? You haven't. This is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Okay. So let's open our. Okay. So this too has a little thing right here. So we just start right there. Yeah. Just start right here. Mhm. Okay. And I had something just in case. I don't need it, it seems. Oh. And then just put it off. So it's just a turn. It's a screw. You just screw it on. Screw it off. Yeah. I usually do this on my ASMR channel, but I felt like this today. So I get my amazing book. Cheers to our. Hey, right. I needed material or something to hold it. I'm a little. Hold on, hang on. Whoa, hang on. I saw something bubbling a while ago. I don't want it to spray all over me. So, move this back here. Whew. All right. Yeah. So there we go. And oh, did I show that to you? So that is Welch's non-alcoholic. There we go, right here. That's the Welch's non-alcoholic sparkling grape juice. Woo, yeah, kind of a little bit messed up, but that's okay. That's quite nice. So let's have a bite, have a sip. So let's just close it off by saying bye. Cheers. Cheers. Let's take a sip. Oh yeah, it's very refreshing. Now we're gonna trot on over.
Want to turn ideas into income? Say less. It's Free Money Wednesdays. Every week, we drop the hottest funding alerts, grants, scholarships, startup catch, and hidden gems. Tune in with the Free Money crew as we break down how to apply, win, and level up. From the blog to the tube, we've got you covered. Visit mycoachministry.com/blog or subscribe on YouTube at mycoachministry for the latest drops.
Welcome back to Free Money Wednesdays, episode 26. And this is our segment 2 of the Refresh, Relax, Renew podcast. And today's show is sponsored by the Calm Collective member Next Level Shopper. If you visit my website, you can check them out at mycoachministry.com. Thank you for fueling the mission of helping everyday people find extraordinary opportunities, and how I like to say it, solutions. Yes. And family, we're going live today with something special. I'll be signing up on the spot at onemarketplace.store/join, and this link is in the description and also in the ticker scrolling on the screen. Testing it out with you in real time. No pre-recorded demos, no smoke and mirrors, just real solutions. So like I told you last episode, for the next 3 months, right, starting last week, we're going to be learning about this program, One Marketplace. All right, we're learning about it. So here is to that. But just before I sign up, our sponsor, Next Level Shopper, dropped a little food for thought on us. Did you know that the average startup cost for a fast food restaurant in 2025 runs anywhere from $200,000 to over $1 million? And let's be real, the manager's responsibilities are endless. Complaints, budgets, payroll, scheduling shifts, recruiting staff, marketing campaigns, inspections, customer complaints again, inventory headaches, and that's before you even think about profitability. Now, here's the kicker. The average fast food manager's yearly salary in NYC, New York, that is about $59,000 to $60,000. Not bad, but when you look at the grind, the stress, the overhead, it's a lot. Now, contrast that with a $14.95 startup cost business. No managing people, no inventory, no office space. Instead, you get 30 credits every month worth $30 toward over 1 million hotels and resorts worldwide. It's portable, flexible, and designed for everyday people, not just the top 1%. Some folks say the business model is powerful enough that you could retire in 3 years. Okay, tell me more. So I've got to ask you, which would you rather build? A $1 million headache or a $14.95 opportunity? If this makes you curious, visit onemarketplace.store and take a look for yourself. All right, collective, all right. I promised you last time that I'm going to do a live test, so here we go. Let's head over to the site right now. There we go. And let's go to join now because I do not have an account. So I have already copied the code. Let me make sure it's copied. All right. So the first thing it asks, as you can see, I have one marketplace. The first thing it's asking you for is enter your invite code. So I'm going to paste mine right there. You can see it, right? Invite code is valid and a tick. All right. All right. All right. Why is this preempting my information? RACQUEL. All right. Did it ask for my full name or just last name here? REECE. All right. And then enter your email here. This one. Okay, now for my password, I don't want anyone to see that, so it is going to be all right. And then hit I agree to the terms. So it is protected by, and you can click on the link to see what the terms are. All right, let's hit sign up. Password, please enter a valid password. Okay. All right. You know, to be honest, I don't like websites that tell me what my password should be. Enter your password. All right. Let's see. All right. Sign up. All right. Okay, registration successful. Please check your email to activate your account. It might take a few minutes to arrive. Also check your spam folder. If you still don't receive it, you may have entered your email incorrectly. In that case, please contact support or register again. All right, so let's go to my email. Yes, right here. All right, so it says, and this is the one that reads, activate your One Marketplace account. And it says, hi, Racquel. Thank you for registering at One Marketplace. Please click the link below to activate your account. If you did not create an account, please ignore this email. Okay. This is what happened. When I click the email, this is where it takes me. Your account has been activated successfully. Please log in to continue, right? But before I log in, I want to show you the next email that I got. This is the second email I received. All right, so it says, welcome to One Marketplace. Can you see? Yes, it says, welcome to One Marketplace. Hi, Racquel. Thank you for joining One Marketplace. As a shopper, you always get the best price on our products and services. What's next? One Marketplace is launching in 4 stages during 2025 and early 2026. The website will improve as we grow, including cool features to the back office. New products will be added at every stage. An ever expanding product global marketplace will be launched by late 2025 2025, early 2026. If you ever want to earn commission, you can upgrade to a smart shopper upgrade to Smart Shopper for only $14.95 anytime. So you can actually sign up. So I'm going to click it now and show you what happens. Let me tell you what I like about this. I like that I can have a free account, right? Because I like to explore before I spend my money. So I like to be able to take some time, explore, see what this is about. I like that it allows for that. So it's not telling you right away you have to pay in order to be a part of it. Let me see if it saved my password. It did not. All right. Let's hope I remember my password. You have logged in successfully. Okay. Save that password. All right. So as you can see, do you see that red button where it says Smart Shopper is right? So it takes me right here. We have the dashboard. Let me see what happens when you hit dashboard. Okay. All right. So, okay. So I even got an invite code without having to pay $1. That's interesting. So you see where it has here the overview, invitees, earnings, marketing. This is pretty cool, actually. Invite people to start earning. Okay. All right. So it says start earning by sharing your invite code. When someone signs up using your invite code, you will earn each time they shop. If they become a smart shopper, a new community pod is created, allowing you to earn on up to 2047 positions over month. Sorry. 2047 positions every month. I think that should be. Okay, share easily by using the share button. So you can just hit share and okay, cool. Upgrades access. You have Smart Shopper, and then you have, this is called Voyager. So upgrade to Smart Shopper to access. So you have to do this one first. All right, so you can share it. You can do different stuff. All right, and then you have your invitees. So you see the pods, the customers. Okay. All right, and then you'd see your earnings over here. This seems pretty cool to me. Now, again, remember, we're just learning this. We're just learning. So let's take the time to learn it before we make any big decisions. Let's take our time. All right, so more earnings coming soon. Membership earnings have just been released. Okay, mass pay withdrawals and more earnings. Earnings will be added in the next step. You have loyalty bonus, shopping commissions, performance pool bonuses. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And then you have marketing, invite people to start earning. All right. Visit store. Let's see. Let's visit the store and see. They have Zoom calls. All right, so you can join a call and okay. All right, let's see what the store looks like. All right, one marketplace. Okay, 1M shop. Okay, so you have categories, you have hats, shirts, jackets. It's regular stores. Okay. In my mind right away, I'm thinking, are they also going to have custom brands like you can my mind getting away with me. This is pretty cool. I cannot lie. Okay, so you have card magnets. It's a regular store where you can buy regular things. But these things are branded One Marketplace. Okay. So it's their brands. Okay, I got it. Okay, so this is iPhone case. All right. This is a tote bag. All right. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Can we go back? All right. Yeah, what is this? Pet collar. Okay. This is like pins. One marketplace pins. This is like a tumbler. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, so the store is a store with their products. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Travel bag. All right. Oh, I was trying to. Oh, it's not. Okay. All right, it's interesting to say the least. It's a very bright idea, a very good business idea. I do think though that, but I mean, I like what is here. I like what I see. I think for me, the only challenge I'm having right now is the navigation of the store, and it will be interesting to learn if to learn about what products they'll be selling. Is it just their products, or do they have plans to sell other products? Now that would also interest me. Oh wow, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. All right. All right. Interesting. The one marketplace was quite interesting. Just to wrap that up, I find it very interesting. I think it's a very good business idea to have the kind of club, say market club, where you become a member, you shop, you earn commissions when you shop, and you can invite other persons too to come and shop and earn commissions alike. That's a general idea I'm getting anyway. I'll have to wait to learn more as we go forward to see how that all works, and to learn more about it, to see if it's going to include products from other people as well, and if you can do like custom products or whatever. So as we go through and learn about it, we will figure it out as we go along. So okay, and because this is Free Money Wednesdays, I've got your 10 grant listing for October 2025 coming right up. So let me go to that now. This report highlights 10 grant opportunities available in October 2025, covering small businesses, nonprofits, arts, education, and community programs. Each entry includes key dates, eligibility, and source links for application details. And this information you can find it right now as you're watching this program on the website, mycoachministry.com. Just go to our funding blog, or just go to mycoachministry.com/blog. Okay, so the first one is the Verizon Small Business Digital Ready Grants USA. For US, for small businesses using Verizon's Digital Ready platform, opens October 1, 2025. So it opens tomorrow. Sorry, I forgot. I'm recording this ahead of time. So it opened on October 1, closes December 10, 2025. And the source link is available on my website. Number 2, LA County Small Business Resiliency Fund, California, for LA County small businesses needing capital relief. Deadline October 31, 2025. Mississippi Homeland Security Nonprofit Grant Program for nonprofits improving security. Deadline October 17. Center for Craft Research Fund for new interdisciplinary craft research. Deadline October 17 as well. Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation Quality of Life Grants for nonprofits serving people with paralysis. Cycle 2 deadline October 7. Hartford Foundation for Public Giving Current Opportunities. And that is Connecticut, USA, for nonprofits in Greater Hartford. Deadline October 1. So that would have passed by the time you hear this. And then the NAEF Art Education Foundation grants for art educators advancing visual arts education. Deadline October 1 as well. For Supporting Act Impact Grant for arts nonprofits for arts nonprofits include non-financial grantee support, deadline October 13, Great Lakes Energy People Fund for nonprofits in GLE's service area, due October 1, and Jacksonville Children's Foundation grants for youth serving initiative in Morgan County, deadline October 10. And for other countries outside of the USA, globally, in the Caribbean, UK, those are also listed in the blog. So you can go now, you can check it out, and you can see what is listed. These are just what I'm sharing with you for today. Oh my goodness, wow. So now we're going to go to our funding tip for today. Choose your job like a CEO, like you're a boss. Do not choose your job as though you're an employee. All right? Stop looking for a job like an employee. Start looking like a CEO. What does that mean? Research the company as if you're about to invest in it. Walk into interviews with solutions, not just skills. Position yourself as someone who adds measurable value, not just someone filling a role. Remember, CEOs don't just apply, they negotiate partnerships with their future. Right? So the graphic you're seeing on the screen right now, where it says choose your job like a CEO, and this was our the Calm Collective weekly boost that I'm sharing with you as a tip, right? Choose your job like a CEO. Justify why this job. Does it bring capital, skills, network, or time? Optimize. How will you use it? What can you extract beyond a paycheck? Build. What will it help you create that outlives the job? Which job choice today will best serve my entrepreneurial goals tomorrow? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Which job choice today will best serve my entrepreneurial goals tomorrow? These are things you should ask yourself as you go out and you seek a job, or what I like to call a client. That's your client. It's a partnership, a collaboration, right? You're trading your resources for something they offer, whether it's finances or whatever, but you want to make sure that you're maximizing on the opportunity. Don't just choose it because you want a paycheck and that's it. No, you choose a job like you're the boss. It should be a part of your overall entrepreneur plan, your overall life plan. And you find out, okay, where in my vision board does this job fall? Where in my life plan does this job fall, right? So that's important. Anyway, 2020 episode 26, sorry. Anyway, episode 26 gave us perspective, $1 million restaurant grind versus a $14.95 portable business. A live sign-up test at One Marketplace, 10 grants for October, and a mindset reset on how to job hunt like a CEO. If this blessed you, like, comment, and share it with someone who needs these gems. And don't forget, the best money you'll ever find is the money you learn how to multiply. Until next week, this has been Free Money Wednesdays. Stay calm, stay focused, and keep leveling up. Thank you so much for staying with me so far. Now let's go to our third and final segment.
From Hollywood to your hood, public breakdowns are everywhere. But what if we turn gossip into growth? On Allegedly, we react to the wildest viral stories, celebs spiraling, influencers breaking down, and infamous moments you can't unsee. But we don't just watch, we work. We break it down, do the self-work, and find the breakthrough hiding in their mistakes. New episodes drop every Monday on YouTube at My Coach Ministry, because your healing might just begin with someone else's headline. Allegedly, where the breakdown is the beginning of your breakthrough.
All right. So welcome back to Allegedly. Thank you so much for staying with us for this long. I hope you're enjoying the program. It is my hope that you're being empowered through this program. All right. So it is now time for Allegedly. Welcome to Allegedly. And of course, during this segment, we indulge in other people's stories and their life experiences. We do not want to take that for granted. So in an attempt not to do so, we want to seize this moment to say thank you to every single person who will be mentioned in these stories, every single person whose story we will talk about, every name that will be evoked in this sentence, every story that will be brought up. We want to say thank you and let people know we honor your experiences, we honor your story, and we do not sit here just to criticize. No, we sit here and we use your information as research, as supporting data, as and I'm going to be reading the fair use, but that is the other reason we're using it. It's not to lambast, and it's certainly not to shame or disparage or to throw it back in your faces. It's that we explore your life experiences, and especially those that are disruptive, and we apply that as influence to do our self-work, our own work on self, so that we can achieve breakthroughs in our lives. So we're not just watching your story to say you did something. We are using your story as a mirror to look back at ourselves, so we can look into our own selves to see, what is this telling me about myself? What work do I need to do on myself so that I can make sure I do not become that which I detest or that which I don't approve of. Because often it's not just in the mind that change happens when you think about something. No, we have to do the work. We have to do the self-work, whether it's going to therapy, whether it's going to get educated, whether it is having conversations that are challenging, whatever it is, we need to do that self-work so that we can experience breakthroughs, because there is wisdom to be gained and garnered from the experience of others. So now we're going to go to the copyright disclaimer. All right. So copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right. Until our children are rooted in the worth of their own reflection, they will forever chase themselves in the shadows of others, believing the variety outside is the supreme, the worthy, the goal. But in the pursuit of imitation, they risk becoming a mummified echo of who they truly are, oppressed not by chains of others, but by the abandonment of self. You may look at this picture of this little boy looking at himself in the mirror as, oh my God, that's who I'm going to become. It's not inspiration. It's dehumanizing. Why can't the person in the mirror also be the same tattered person with all the accolades and achievements that he hoped for? Why can't he remain himself? Furthermore, what is tattered and what is decent? Who determines that?
I am running for mayor of New York City because, one, I grew up in Harlem. And we fought that crack that devastated our communities. It did not just devastate Black and brown communities, but so many of our families were destroyed. Children lost mothers and fathers and grandparents. And now they are pushing that weed on our children. Weed buses every single where. Our girls are going missing. We don't have an affordable problem in New York City. We have an unaffordable problem where we are being pushed out. Homes are being stolen. Guns are now in the hands of our children, 12, 13-year-olds, killing each other, assaulting grandparents on the buses. We have such an unhealthy environment. Our streets are dirty. And I said to them, no, I am not going to sit back and watch you kill my children and steal that generational wealth from us. I'm Dr. Bartholomew. I got this. And so let's go. How is it that in this country, generation after generation, you get Black and brown and working class kids to only want working class job, to feel so disconnected, right? To feel so disconnected from community. So what do I want to do about it? So all of the things that you've described is really saying that we have an unhealthy ecosystem, that things are not working. Our schools are challenging, the subways are not working, our healthcare is not working. And so now we need to build a healthy ecosystem. And how we go about building that ecosystem is being very intentional about our priorities, very intentional about our priorities. So let me tell you one of the first things I'd like to do in New York City, and then I'm going to connect the education piece as to why this is so important. Across this city, as I mentioned, for every dollar, we don't make any money. We make less than half a penny. We have so many entrepreneurs, we have barbershops, we have beauty shops, and nobody has ever invested in them and see them as part of the network of care for our young people. So I'd like to do business hubs across the city, not just one, not two, but zip code by zip code. And drop business hubs across the city and bring in our entrepreneurs, those who have 40, 50 years of experience. I was just at Denny Mo's and I did a meet and greet. He's been there for 48 years as a business owner, and no one has ever asked him a question about how do you work with the young people? How do you support them? So bring him into the hub. In this business hub, let us give our businesses the training, the skill sets, the coaching, the mentoring that they need in order to grow their businesses and in order to grow themselves and be financially stable, so that they can now reach into the community and hire our youth. We have over 300,000 people in this city who have impacted by criminal justice system and they can't get work. So they can either be the entrepreneur in the hub, or more importantly, these businesses can now reach into our community and hire these individuals and hire youth who are in our communities and they feel left behind. They are abandoned. I'm in every borough, especially in the evening time. I talk to my young people. They're sitting on the steps and they're smoking weed and they feel like if they've been abandoned. And so we now have to reach for them. These business hubs will also create opportunities. So when you see young people 18 to 25 to 30, they're still in bikes, they're still in these things. It's because they don't have opportunity. And it is opportunity that has been intentionally stolen across our community and in particular in Black and brown communities. In the business hub, I'm going to bring VCs in there, bring Wall Street. I don't have an issue with Wall Street. I just think that they've been allowed to be vultures in our community, and you need a leader that says enough. Bring the venture capital in there. When the venture capital gives you a matching dollar of $50,000 or $500,000, I will match it. People say to me, Dr. Bartholomew, that can't be done. Well, let me let you know, New York State has been giving businesses matching VC dollars for the past few years. And none of our leaders in our communities has said this to Black and brown businesses. Instead, they give us food pantries, they give us thank yous and proclamations, and we get nothing. So we have not had the opportunity to be uplifted. These VC funds have been done across the country. I've worked in places like North Dakota. I've worked up in California. And so we're not investing in businesses. So the business hubs are critical to developing our community and a healthy ecosystem and really bridging that intergenerational conversation between our youth and our young people. In the context of education, I am your education mayor. I've worked with schools across the country. I did one of the largest audits of Rikers Island before anybody even started thinking about what was happening in Rikers Island. I spent over a year there looking at what was happening around our communities. They just told your students they couldn't bring cell phones to school. I get it that the devices give you vices, but we must now say to children, the cell phone is not just for Instagram, baby, and for Facebook. This is one of the most advanced pieces of technology ever made. You could trade $1 trillion a day on Wall Street, $1 trillion a day from your cell phone. And so those expectations, those low expectations and that low mindset is what's killing you. And so they use your pain in order to hide the truth. And so they just gave a company $20 million to buy cell phone bags. You say, oh, my kids are not learning. I want them to do more things, to get off the devices. They bought cell phone bags. They didn't buy jump ropes for girls. They didn't buy art. They didn't buy music. They didn't buy swimming. I'd like to teach 1.5 million children how to swim. Swimming is a real equity issue. It also builds confidence. We have so many pools in New York City schools. the boilers are not working, and so the kids can't swim because the water is too cold. There's no plan and there's no roadmap. It's time that you put a leader in place that's really going after the salt of the earth. That's who I am. I'm going after the things that I know matter, and that I know matter in terms of communities across this city. Across this city, children are hurting. In New York City right now, no one wants to say that the rate of the most dangerous things for Black and brown children and all children, suicide, picking up a gun and deciding that you want to kill yourself because you feel so disconnected and no one and the services are not reaching you. Suicide, no one is teaching our children any driver's ed. Our children are dying on that expressway out in Long Island. You see them driving on the roads, drug driving, the tickets. All of these things are perpetuating passive violence on children and on our communities, and it is not being intentionally addressed. I want to also say to you that New York City is not poor. We have so much of the taxes, the red light cameras, they are killing us with this, taxing us heavily. If you are a mom dropping your child off in the morning time, you can get 3-4 tickets every week. They design the streets so you can't drop off a child who's disabled. You can't drop off a senior, but you can get tickets. We're not poor. Our mayor and our city council just gave $400 million to renovate Fifth Avenue, $400 million to renovate Fifth Avenue. That money did not go to gun violence and all of the things that you just spoke about. I've worked with all schools. I've worked with charter. I work with public. I work with Islamic day schools. I've worked with all. What we need to focus on is schooling. You can't close charter schools. If that horse has already left its stable. It's already left. And a lot of people who are in charter schools, they're there because the public schools were not motivating. We're not doing it. And we know that there's the money issue, right? There's a deeper issue around the fact that a lot of companies get tax breaks. International companies get tax breaks for investing in our neighborhoods that we don't even know about, right? But what even our charter schools want is that they want schooling. They want to figure out how to uplift their children to compete. So the data across the board is that our children are not competing. Now, let me be clear about the data. National Assessment of Educational Progress in 1978 said that Black children were at 13%. 4 decades later, you've only gained 1 percentage point. You're at 14. White children, education in this country has flatlined. White children were at 86%. That data has come down. They're lower than 40. They have flatlined. And so we now need to decide, who are you really competing with? Where's the competition? Our children are not told, look up on the world. They're not given the love. They're not given the support. We have left our children, and it's time for us to take our children back. It's time for us to give them the programs, not just the programs, but give them the things that they feel confident in, that they can connect with our seniors. Our seniors are sitting in senior centers all day alone. And our young people are in schools alone. We got to now bridge it. He had regular indicators of his work. And so as mayor, I plan on having clear indicators, weekly indicators. Where are we with NYCHA? Where are we with this? And I don't have a problem if the numbers are not great. Let's keep going at it. You don't solve problems overnight, but you need somebody who fundamentally cares about you, cares about New Yorkers and our children. Our children are dying with the weed, they're dying with the guns, and it's just picture day for leaders. Picture day after day, and no money and no opportunity. I need help. I'm the candidate that got on the ballot with less than $2,000. Nothing. They expected me to walk away. I got almost 5,000 signatures, and they expect Dr. B to have walked away. I'm a fighter. My name is Selma. I'm a fighter, and I'm inviting you to a good fight. Fight with me right now, because the other candidates have the money. I live in the Bronx, raised my son in the Bronx. My son was named the Rising Black Scientist of the Year. Bronx 12 won't even give me a 5-second interview. Why? Because I'm talking truth to power, and I'm speaking to this. So you have groups. I need help right now. I need people to lift me up. I need people to put on some t-shirts, walk the days, walk with me over the next couple of weeks. Fight with me, because you heard that people are undecided because they know when morally bankrupt people are at the table. How can we elect morally bankrupt folks? Like, it doesn't make sense. So I do need help. My priorities are the people. So first 100 days, I plan on cleaning up New York City streets. They're filthy. They're just filthy. They're nasty. coming in there with a very comprehensive plan to address, we haven't even talked about the challenges around our Medicaid and our seniors, right, who are struggling. A comprehensive plan to address the needs of our seniors and our veterans and those individuals whose nursing homes are about to put them out on the street because of the gap in funding, and no one wants to talk about that. A comprehensive plan to now address our schools, education, and businesses. Our businesses in COVID, more than 80% of businesses were decimated, didn't get any help, any relief. I know that because I was challenged in this space. So my priorities, yes, safety, cleaning up the streets, addressing the needs of our seniors, and going after the salt of the earth, son, our education, our businesses in New York City. Let's go. Don't be silent. What I'm finding that really is hurting in some ways is kind of like I see the pain where people have opted out. That's why our children are hurting. The adults have opted out. They've opted out. They've opted out. They've decided that they can't have relationships with our children. What are you talking about? Those are our kids. Those are our children. And it's time the adults be adults in our children's lives. No more opting out. That's it. So they're opting out when it comes to me. Oh, Dr. B, I'm so sorry that's happening. Sorry. I can't put sorry in my gas tank. I love you. I love you. I love the city. I love our children. I love our people. I love all. I've worked with all people. I see the humanity in us. And I'm asking to be your mayor. I'm asking to be the first woman mayor, the first Black woman mayor for the city of New York, because I am confident. I'm confident in my leadership. I'm confident in my brilliance. I'm confident in my drive in order to really go and solve some problems and to really address the needs of the people and the needs of our children. You can go to drselmab.com, hit the button that says donate. Yes, please do. Please donate.
All right. And Amanda is another person that I realize that as a community, online anyway, there's a lot of hate that goes towards her. And sadly, it seems it goes towards her because of her authenticity. She refuses to stop being herself and speak her truth. And some of us cannot handle, we don't have the self-bandwidth, the self-love bandwidth to withstand another person's profession of love for themselves and their positions, because we're so insecure in our position that we're threatened by another person's perspective. And another thing that people do, and people do this a lot to me too, you share something and they, for example, I just spoke about T.S. Madison. Everybody's not going to say, oh, so you love people who are are trans persons, you love my man being dressed up as a woman, whatever. I never had that discussion with you. I told you I respect the woman. I told you I respected that person. How on earth do you? I'm telling you, sometimes some people get to they use this one thought you shared and have this whole thing. Which is why sometimes someone said they like us and we think we're falling in love because we think it means they love us and they're going to live for us the rest of their lives. No, what the person said is what the person said. If you want to learn my position on another topic, it's up for discussion. We can have a conversation. But don't make any assumption on who I am because of one thing that I said or I stood for. I am a multifaceted person. I'm a dynamic being. I'm unlimited, baby. Unlimited. So now we're going to go to Amanda Seales. Two things I want to spotlight from her conversation. She had what they call, I think it's called Surrounded. It's where you have Amanda Seales, a Black radical, and she's debating with 20 Black conservatives, right? It was a very, very not eye-opening, because everything that went on there, that's what I see every day online. You see it, it's clear, yeah. And then I don't remember what I was going to say, but yeah. It's not so unique. I'm not surprised by the level of the conversations that she's having, but it's still disheartening, because that thing that I just read about the little boy looking in the mirror, this was like a manifestation of that to me. These young men who came up, or these Black conservatives that came up talking to Amanda, I swear to you, this was the mirrored version of them talking. It's like know that they have achieved the person in the mirror, they no longer like the tattered person that they were. This is my opinion on understanding. It's just how I interpreted the conversation. All right, it's like, oh, now that I'm the person in the mirror, know that I have achieved, know that I'm in my clean suit, know that I have my new position and my new perspective. I don't even, who was that I was? I don't like the people who look the way I was looking before. It's crazy. Anyway, and that's what Monique is saying too. But let's go to the clip. And I think Amanda did very, very well. She held her own and she managed the conversation very well.
The daughter of an immigrant. It is imperative.
Hang on.
Trying to protest against, you guys don't ever do this, KTS.
You guys don't ever do that.
KTS,
who is you guys?
Members of the black community don't want to hold people accountable, especially black people. So KTS Trade was shot 60 times outside of Cook County, Chicago. How many BLM members came out? You guys, you earlier said BLM
is referring to me as you guys.
Okay, fine. So, for example, we had a really good example of this where it's not a police, because I remember you.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? What do you mean by that? Like, what state am I from? Where was I born?
Where do you live right now?
I live in Florida. I was born in Angola, though. I was born in sub-Saharan Africa. Okay.
Where did you grow up for most of your time?
In Maine. I lived in North America.
In Maine.
Yes.
And what is the population of black people in the town that you're from?
It's really extremely low, but I grew up around black people, and there was a black community where I lived.
And that black community that you lived in, did they teach you about black history in the United States? Like, are your parents black American?
Yeah, my mom is black. My father is black.
No, were they born in the United States?
No, because I wasn't born there.
Oh, so you guys are all from Angola?
Yes, but again, like I told you earlier, right? Trying to protest.
Sources are not. You're not able to cite your sources.
In New York. Yeah, that's the truth.
It's not the truth. It's not the truth.
Please go sit down.
Nothing you say is actually the truth. Nothing. You're kidding. The daughter of an immigrant. It is imperative that black people from other places understand the disparate difference that they exist from black people in the United States. It is not the same, period. And ultimately, the best effort that we can do as a diaspora is to lead in understanding, not in judgment. So when I am talking to somebody from Sudan, from the Congo, from Angola, I'm listening to understand their experience, not to undermine it. And I refuse to allow anybody from Grenada, from Angola, from any other place to come and try to undermine the experience of Black Americans. First.
You know what I think has happened to us? The thing that was meant to be the bridge for us to cross over became the platform upon which we now stand. We didn't cross over and go over and find ourselves. We got stuck as the man in the mirror. Literally, the man in the mirror. That person in the suit that we were trying to become, we got to that achievement and we got stuck there. That's how I feel. We got stuck there. And it's like there's something I share that I want to share. This is what I'm trying to say. See, sometimes I write my thoughts down because I'm a very wordy person. And sometimes it's just pure words. and I don't want to lose you, you know? Where is it? Here it is. This is what I say. If I am consistently taught to deny myself, I feel emotional again. God bless my nieces and nephews and their children, and their children's children. If I am consistently taught to deny myself, how long before I begin to deny my roots, my people, my ancestry, which I already barely know, my lineage, my source? Why would I defend that which I am conditioned to deny? I will very soon become a soldier for that which I am conditioned to pursue, even if that is the very cloak of the enemy, and subsequently will defend them against my very own, protecting what I believe I've earned/achieved. That's how I feel about it. Now, there's something I want to share. God help us, but it's a journey, right? It's a journey. It's all going to fall into place. It's a journey. No, he mentioned the concept, the subject of violence came up, right? So there's something I want to share this. After I watched this episode, I went on and I did a little research for myself. Yeah, I used Chat GPT and I did some research for myself. I wanted to understand. I wanted to get an understanding of the violence, the statistics on the violence in the Black community versus that in the white community, Black on Black crime versus white on white crime. I wanted to see the disparity. I wanted to see how wide wide the difference between them was, because for too long I think there's been this idea that the Black on Black crime is to such immense proportion it far outreaches or surpasses that of any other race, right? Or that of the white race, because that's the one we're always compared to. But I do believe that crime is a proximity thing, right? But that's just my belief. You'd have to do the research to find out what it really is. That's just what I think. Anyway, so Black on Black violence. The graphic I'm showing on the screen right now. When people say Black Americans are the most violent, and that's why the Black community is failing, the data tells a different story. As this chart, the one above me, shows, violence is not unique to the Black community. It's largely interracial. People harm those they live closest to. See, there we go. 72% of crimes against Black victims are by Black offenders. And I just want to say this because this was in the information that I found, but I don't necessarily have here. These data is just based on what has been reported, okay? And I needed to see the source. So let me. All right, I needed to see the source for the data. All right, it's there, right? Yeah, it's there. All right, so 72% of crimes against Black victims are by Black offenders. 68%, that's 4, less than the 72, 68% of crimes against white victims are by white offenders. That's only a 4% difference. The truth, proximity and access, not race, are the strongest predictors of who commits violence against whom. This isn't about one race being more violent. It's about addressing systemic conditions, environments, and opportunities for real safety and change. Because I hear this being used against the Black community a lot, or rather, very often. And I thought, no, I need to do my own due diligence, to get this for myself, right? Now, I want to share this, but I'm going to share Amanda's clip again before I read this clip. I want this here.
The dark immigrants, it is imperative that Black people from other places understand the disparate difference that they exist from Black people in the United States. It is not the same, period. And ultimately, the best effort that we can do as a diaspora is to lead in understanding, not in judgment.
Not in judgment. Talking to somebody, I say the same thing for my Jamaicans who migrate and talk about Jamaica.
To understand their experience, not to undermine it. And I refuse to allow anybody from Grenada, from Angola, from any other place to come and try to undermine the experience of Black Americans.
Right there. And this, again, I say, it's like we have this mirror before us to move from tatters to prosperity. And when we get to this quote unquote prosperity, it's like we compromised ourselves so much that we completely forget where we're coming from and who and the circumstances that existed before that we didn't do it to ourselves. And this even happened when I hear Jamaicans abroad talk about Jamaicans in Jamaica. And it's like they behave as though it's so foreign to them. Like, oh my God, why do you behave like that? Why you behave like that? Why are you so uncivilized? Because authenticity is what? Lack of civility? What on earth? What you call tatters, I call my natural skin tone, my natural clothes to wear. That's where I'm comfortable. Who determines one is better than the other? That to me is lack of civility. That you think that your way is the only way. That is the most uncivilized position that one could take in a world that's full of variety. that your way is the only right way. And if you don't agree or approve, then they're on the wrong side of history. They're going to hell because they don't believe in the God that you believe in. That is lack of civility. That's lack of charity. That's lack of love. That's lack of self-awareness, lack of self-knowledge, lack of self-acceptance, lack of self-love. Because you are unlike anyone. And no matter how much you think you fit in, you still stand out because you are an individual, because God designed you that way. So every time you curse someone else for their outstanding ways that you disapprove of, you diminish yourself. Now, let's go on here, because solidarity is what we need. Solidarity is power. Unity is power. Understanding and accepting that others are different from you. You don't have to accept what they do or what they believe, but accept that they have the right to it just like you do. Just like you do. So, family, today we're talking about something bigger than headlines, bigger than politics. We're talking about relationships. The sacred, unshakable relationship. Sorry, we're talking about relationship. The sacred, unshakable relationship between Black immigrants and Black Americans. Black migrants and Black people who are left back at home where you leave them. Point 1. Same system, different passports. First, the system doesn't check your passport before it checks your skin. Whether you're a Ghanaian engineer or a third-generation Black American teacher, anti-Black discrimination hits us both. By the way, I'm Jamaican, let's be clear. And I live in Jamaica. Proud of it. Pew Research, and let me be clear and say this, because I've had opportunities to change that, because some persons might think, oh, you're stuck in Jamaica, that's why you feel this way. I had multiple opportunities to alter that and did not. I just want to put that out there. Pew Research, PEW, found over 3/4 of Black adults report discrimination, whether you were born in Kingston, Lagos, or Chicago. You're in the same fight, same system, same struggle, different passports. That means our shield has to be collective. Point 2, the civil rights door you walked through. Second, let's give credit where credit is due. The 1965 Immigration and Nationality Act, the law that opened America's doors wide to Black immigrants from across the globe, was only possible because of the civil rights movement. The sacrifices of Black Americans, marching, bleeding, dying, tore down racist quotas and made room for new waves of immigration. To turn away from Black Americans now would be like stepping through a door and then locking it behind you. We honor the fight by staying united. And point number 3, power multiplies when we vote together. Third, numbers. 1 in 10 Black people in America today is an immigrant. That's about 4.6 million strong and growing. Together, Black immigrants and Black Americans make up a voting bloc that decides school boards, city councils, governors, and yes, even presidents. When our ballots align, our power multiplies. This unity dilutes us. Unity delivers. Point 4, 1 pipeline, 2 systems. Fourth, let's talk justice. You know what's funny? The same immigrant who goes against their Black Americans are the ones that's quoting Martin Luther King Jr. and the Malcolm X's of the world. Make it make sense. Come on, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm saying, open your eyes, wake up. Black immigrants face double jeopardy. This is where we're talking. So fourth, let's talk justice. Black immigrants face double jeopardy. Criminal, legal system, and immigration system. Over-policing pushes our people into jails, and from there into detention centers, and even deportations. And let me just pause right there and tell you, Does it stop at deportations? What I want you to ask yourself is, how do they use those of us they capture over there to have influence in our countries here? For example, when a Jamaican migrate and let's say somebody, the feds or whatever, hold one of them to use them against the Jamaican government system as leverage or whatever. Do you think that's a thing that could happen? Do you think that they could the system over there could use our people to have leverage in our country? I want you to think about that, because that's something we need to think about. Data shows Black immigrants are disproportionately detained and abused in detention. But here's the truth. Criminal justice reform and immigrant rights reform are the same fight. Protecting one another is protecting ourselves. And I'll say this, even if it had nothing to do with slavery, it had nothing to do with immigration, it just had to do with people from a similar group, just scattered about the world. How can it not be more powerful if we unite when we come together? Yeah, numbers increases power, right? And access. So there's only benefit if we unite for whatever reason. Just being similar and having similar experiences is a gift that should influence us to come together. I'll tell you my experience when I travel, and I don't know what happens. Let me tell you something, is that the kindness of Jamaicans are on steroids when I travel. They're taking you out, they're taking you to eat, they're taking you to dine, they're taking you to shop. It's this thing. It's like they just pour pure love on us, and I'm thinking, damn, and if we unite, anyway, that's how I'm gonna say. Point 5, representation equal resources, right? Resources. 5th, representation. The 2020 census undercounted Black people by about 3.3%. That's billions of dollars lost in schools, clinics, housing, and infrastructure. Both Black immigrants and Black Americans pay the price. But when we organize together, make sure our families are counted, make sure our neighborhoods are seen, we bring resources home, solidarity doesn't just feel good. It funds future. It funds the future. Right? Yes. And this is something I'd like to say. For me, this is my opinion, my interpretation of the world. When I sit back and I look at when they talk about how Columbus came here and how people from different countries, they established the United Nations, which really to me is a hub or unit that manages cross-country relationships and businesses and opportunities, right? Hope I'm saying it wrong. Sorry, I hope I'm saying it right. Inter means here, there, and there, right? And intra means within. So I think it's an international, well, duh. I love myself, I swear. It manages international relations and relationships, right? And this is something I've been saying. I can't believe how full circle. This is a full circle moment, okay? For those who know, they know. I've been talking about this. It would be a wise Black person to seek to use travel as a business arm of their entrepreneurship goals, as an opportunity for business, to connect with your little kind, to connect with Black people. So for example, when you migrate as a Jamaican, you are able to build a business that connects both Jamaica and America. That's opportunities. That's new opportunities. That's new ideas. Yeah, that's some new stuff that people, when the Columbus and those people travel, I sat back, and what I was saying is I sat back and I realized that, hold on, these people didn't just get wealthy because they were in their countries doing things and selling things and building things. No, they became wealthy because they traveled. They traveled and established business or business opportunities, I want to call it, because they may have recorded it in history as something else, as discovery, blah, blah, blah. No, what you came here and did was establish business. You came here and established ways to generate income, to make you wealthy back home. You came here and generated wealth to make you wealthy and relevant back where you're from. Are we going to talk about it? It's my perspective. This is my view, my experience, what I've learned, what I've garnered. If you think I'm wrong, okay, that's cool. But this is how I see it. Travel. They go to different countries to establish relationships and establish businesses. They didn't earn all their money in their home country. They came where it was cheaper and where it was easier and established relationships, which is why when we go against each other, it works for them. Because if we only work with each other, how are they going to be able to come to Jamaica and make money if Jamaicans only decide to work with Jamaicans? They go around the world and they set up business networks. That's what I see. That's what I'm saying. Now, I have something else I want to share. Right? A whisper and a roar. So here it is. 5 reasons backed by receipts why our bond is sacred. Because the system, I'm sorry, I think I shifted around. Yeah. Because the system doesn't care about our accents. Because civil rights warriors cleared our path. Because our votes decide destinies. Because injustice targets us double. Because representation shapes resources. Anti-blackness is the problem. Solidarity is the power. When Black immigrants and Black Americans move as one, policy bends faster and farther toward justice. This is more than strategy, it's survival. It's legacy. It's love. And let me say it this other way. When Black Canadians link with Black Americans who visit them, who immigrate to Canada, or Black Jamaicans or Black immigrants, when Canadians link with Black immigrants, it's the same thing. When Black Germans link with Black immigrants, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter where you are. Even if where you live there is no racism, it still benefits. Solidarity still benefits you. Because when you put it, okay, it's like having a dozen mangoes and 2 oranges. Even the very look of it is more to look at. Right? So let's not miss out on opportunities to collaborate and strengthen and empower, because we're so busy in our trauma, in our emotions. Yes? All right. So we've come to, oh my God, this is the end of another Allegedly segment episode. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you so much. All right. When you go to my website, mycoachministry.com, you'll see their Little Black Girl series. And I just want to share it with you. So this is our Little Black Girl series. Step into a world where wisdom wears pigtails and truth blossoms in the garden of imagination. Oh my gosh. So the Little Black Girl series is a series. It's something I really started on Facebook, and persons started saying to me, you should put that in a book. You should put that in a book. You should put that in a book. It is where when I have a breakthrough, I always go and I'm like, dear little black girl, believe in yourself. Dear little black girl, and I'll share something based on what I've learned. And then I decided, I am going to make this a series on my website, something not just for little girls, but for the little girls, the little girl inside of us. So I just want to introduce you to it. I hope you check it out. It really is just my message. And I'm going to say this, Sadiki, my little baby girl, Shauna, Cheyenne, oh my God, Regine, it's Rajani, my niece, and oh my gosh, I can't remember all the names, but all my nieces. I just want you to know that this is for you. Oh my God, Rochelle, that's the name. Searching for, I hope I said everybody's name. I don't know all the names, please forgive me. It's okay. This is for you. This is in honor of you. And I just want you to know that I feel a lot of flowers inside for you. I don't know what that word love means, so I don't want to use it too much. But when I think of you, I think flowers, and I just want you to live happy, healthy lives. Thrive. I want you to thrive. All right. So this is in honor of my nieces. Now, Little Black Girl, I have three. I've done 3 or 4 so far. We have the Dear Little Black Girls Empowerment Edition. Right. We have the Dear Little Black Girl Boss Moves Edition. So we have the Empowerment Edition, Boss Moves Edition. Then we have Dear Little Black Girl, Know God for Yourself Edition. And we have Dear Little Black Girl, Never Settle in, Dear Little Black Girl, 10 Things to Never Do Edition, right? Those are the ones that have been published so far. Let me just share some. That thing I was about to read. This one is one of the most powerful ones for me. Coach Racquel says, Dear Little Black Girl, never settle in an environment that deprives you. You deserve to thrive where your spirit awakens with joy and your light is free to shine. Dear Little Black Girl, never settle in an environment that deprives you. All right? Now, that is our thing on the Little Black Girl. Now, I wanted to just kind of share a little bit about my healing journey. For those of you who have been following me, you've heard me talk about being on this healing journey. And I just want to say I'm going outside again. And today that's what I'm reporting. I am outside again. For 6 years, I never went through my door. I stayed inside my house and I would just collapse at the door. I couldn't go through. And then for a while, I went out when it was necessary, but I was just petrified. I was in fear. And now I've become stronger in that I understand my right to choose. I can stay inside if I want to for the rest of my life, and that will be okay too. But now the other day I caught a cold, or rather I was just coughing a lot and I wasn't sure what was going on. And it's like one morning I got up and I'm like, okay, I need to go walking. I need to get air, because that was something I've been doing since I was a child. I love to walk. Wake up the first thing in the morning is to just walk by myself, you know. And I found myself, I got up, I got dressed, opened my door, went, and I found this rock that is my friend. And in the mornings when I feel like it, more mornings than not, but I try to break up my pattern. I don't want to become, I do this every single day because I had an encounter that made me feel like, okay, break this up, because somebody's like, oh, every day you come out and you do this. And I'm like, okay, Racquel, patterns, you know? So I started, I do it, but then I try to break it up. So sometimes I just don't go, because I always work out at home. And if you follow me on my my fitness channel.
Welcome to Kelly's Fitness Adventures. Discover your path to wellness. Hear your breath, movement, and healing align through ASMR fitness journey.
I have a fitness channel and I work out at home. I have an at-home fitness vlog, right? So I do work out whether or not I go out, but it's been beautiful. And I just wanted to report that, and I just wanted to share that. You will heal and you will be stronger than you were before. And you will know yourself again, and you'll be confident in yourself again. And you're going to fall in love with yourself again. And it's going to be a beautiful experience. All right.
Welcome to Kelly's Fitness Adventures. Discover your path to wellness. Hear your breath, movement, and healing align through ASMR fitness journeys. Join us on real-time walking meditations, feeling the earth beneath your feet. Experience sunrise strength training that nourishes both body and soul. Engage in waterfall breathwork journeys. Rejuvenate your spirit. All you need is a phone and an open heart. Let's connect. Come away with me. Inhale, exhale, just breathe. Visit kellysfitnessadventures.com.
And as I go, I just want to wish you the best, the absolute best. Listen, get up and try, and get up and start and do something, anything. Just do what you love to do. And the right people will show up to support you. The right people will show up, and you may hit some walls and some rocks, on your way. You may even get some disappointments and stuff, but all of it will work together for your good. The world will conspire, the universe will conspire for your success, for your happiness, for your joy, for your contentment. Don't be afraid to give it a shot. If give it your shot where you are. You don't have to wait to heal to begin where you are. Begin where you are with what you're comfortable doing where you are right now. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You just do what you do, you know? And so today, I just wish you the absolute best, and have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, a great life, you know? And I just wish you well. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Goodbye. I love to open new packages. I want to deliver the latest information on top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Racquel, and this is a passion project for me, so I am so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching.
Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Racquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.
Welcome to mycoachministry.com. We're on a mission to empower 1 million purpose-driven entrepreneurs, turning calling into currency. Through strategic coaching, we guide visionary leaders, brand elevation, and creative empowerment, helping leaders break barriers and own their identity. Build impactful, wealth-generating brands that echo across generations.